You see part of the crowd of 13,700 plus gathered here for the 1995 Prefontaine Classic. And we're ready now for the men's 100 meters. Leroy Burrell, the world record and American record holder at 9.85. Carl Lewis holds the meet record of 10.08. Running in lane 1 from UCLA, Marcus Reed.
Pac-10 champion a year ago at 100 and 200. Has a best of 10.18.
Anthony Barnes from Fresno State in lane 2.
He broke 10 seconds earlier this season. He had a assistance from the wind for that race.
And here's one of the surprises of this spring, Maurice Greene from Kansas City.
You know, he's virtually unknown before this year. Finished 6th at the U.S. Indoor Championships, 4th at the World Indoors, but then he ran 9.88 wind aided. He beat Carl Lewis at the Texas Relays.
This man is not an unknown. Jon Drummond.
Jon Drummond in an uncharacteristic quiet mode at the moment. One of the most exciting sprinters on the world scene.
Came in from watching the NCAA championships in Knoxville, as a matter of fact, and said as he left us yesterday, "You guys relax, I've got to race Andre Cason."
Cason likes to run here. 1993, a new track surface, and he rode it to advantage. Twice he ran wind-aided 9.79s. He won the final in the U.S. championships here. 9.85. He likes this track.
Sam Jefferson in lane 6.
7th at the recent New York Games.
And the Japanese runner Shinji Aoto in lane 7. And Brian Lewis, who was scheduled to compete, has scratched, so lane 8 is open. Men's 100 meter.
All the action should be in 3, 4, and 5, Vern. All three of the guys, fast starters. All three told us that they like to get the fast start to put the pressure on the others. Cason working with a new coach, Bobby Kersey, and with an advisor back in Virginia, Steve Riddick, an outstanding sprinter himself in his day.
Cason ran a wind-aided 9.79 here at the U.S. Championships in '93. Greene in lane 3 has an early lead. Maurice Greene. Now here comes Jon Drummond. It's Greene and Drummond. Greene and Drummond, and Greene hangs on for the win.
You know, Vern, it's one thing to win an early season race at a Texas Relays. Maybe Carl Lewis wasn't quite ready for that one. But this is getting towards the big time of the season, and Maurice Greene is for real. He led that race from start to finish, and I think he shocked some of the others in the race. He may be a youngster, but he knows how to play to this Eugene crowd. You see him third from the right of the screen. And within the first 2 or 3 strides, he gains a slight advantage over Drummond alongside of him. They're running into a slight headwind, so the time isn't going to be super fast. But he maintained his composure all the way to the end. Look at the man in the middle, Drummond, trying to remain relaxed, trying to let the speed come out at the end, but he just can't make a dent in that lead of Maurice Greene's.
Maurice Greene, who is a student at Kansas City Community College, and he is a student there by virtue of some financial help from the Ewing Kauffman Foundation in Kansas City. Chose to stay at home with his coach since he was 8 years old, Al Hobson. Take a look at that photo finish between Maurice Greene and Jon Drummond.
10.24 unofficially, but into a slight headwind.
Only 20 years of age, 5'9", 165 pounds. Maurice Greene is the winner of the 100 meter at the Prefontaine Classic. Drummond is second. Anthony Barnes finished third.